If you're planning a trip to South Korea, there's something you absolutely need to know. Public holidays. These are the days marked in red on the calendar. Government offices close, companies take a break, highways become congested, and many Koreans travel to their hometowns to honor ancestors or spend time with families. But from a foreigner's perspective, these holidays can seem a bit complicated. Why does Seollal, Lunar New Year, fall on a different date each year? Why is Buddha's birthday in May but based on the lunar calendar? What exactly is a substitute holiday? We'll unravel these questions one by one. By the end of this video, Korean public holidays will no longer feel unfamiliar to you. To understand Korean public holidays, it's essential to grasp the difference between the solar and lunar calendars. The solar calendar, the Gregorian calendar, is the one most of the world uses, based on the Earth's orbit around the Sun, dividing the year into 365 days. In contrast, the lunar calendar is based on the moon's phases. Each month begins with the new moon and typically lasts 29 to 30 days. While Korea primarily uses the solar calendar, several significant traditional holidays still follow the lunar calendar, such as Seollal, Lunar New Year, Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving, and Buddha's birthday. These holidays occur on the same lunar date each year but shift on the solar calendar. For instance, Seollal in 2025 falls on January 29th, but in 2026 it will be on February 17th. So, how can travelers check the dates of lunar-based holidays? Method 1. Use Korean calendar apps or portal sites. Korean portal sites like Naver or Daum allow you to search for lunar dates or public holidays to find accurate information. Method 2. Visit the Korea Tourism Organization website. The Korea Tourism Organization provides annually updated holiday information in various languages, making it very useful for foreigners. So, how many public holidays are there in South Korea each year? In 2025, there are a total of 16 official public holidays. But that's simply the number of designated holidays. In reality, the actual days off can be fewer or even more. Why? Because if a holiday falls on a weekend, you might not get an extra day off. But thanks to the substitute holiday system, some holidays are moved to a Monday or Friday, giving you a longer break. We'll dive deeper into that later in the video, so stay tuned. Like many other countries, South Korea recognizes January 1st on the solar calendar as the official start of the new year, known as Sinjong. However, the truly important New Year celebration in Korea is different. It's Seollal, the Lunar New Year, which falls on the first day of the lunar calendar. As a result, January 1st is usually spent quietly with family, focusing more on rest than on festivities. Of course, like in other countries, some people celebrate with countdown events, or visit popular sunrise spots across the country to watch the first sunrise of the year. Seollal is one of Korea's most important holidays, offering a 3-day break, the day before, the day of, and the day after. Being based on the lunar calendar, the date changes yearly on the solar calendar. For example, in 2025, Seollal falls on January 29th. The essence of Seollal is family. Koreans typically return to their hometowns to perform ancestral rites called chara, pay respects to elders through seba, and children receive seba money from elders. A traditional dish for Seollal is dokguk, rice cake soup, symbolizing the gaining of a year in age. Traveling during Seollal, expect heavy traffic as people move between cities. Many shops, restaurants, and attractions may close for 1 to 3 days, so it's crucial to check their operating hours in advance. On March 1, 1919, during the Japanese colonial period, Koreans across the country rose up in a nationwide movement to resist Japan's colonial rule. This historic event is commemorated as Seollal or March 1st Movement Day. It is a day to honor the patriots who fought for Korea's independence. People across the country raise the national flag, and memorial ceremonies are held in places like Tapgol Park in Seoul. If you're traveling to Korea during this time, keep in mind that it's a public holiday, so government offices and schools will be closed. However, most shops and tourist attractions remain open as usual. Visiting places like the Seodaemun Prison History Hall in Seoul or the Independence Hall of Korea can make for a truly meaningful experience. This holiday celebrates the birth of the Buddha and is observed on the 8th day of the 4th lunar month, which usually falls in May on the solar calendar. Temples across the country light colorful lotus-shaped lanterns, and a Buddhist festival called Yundongwe takes place. The streets are decorated with vibrant lotus-shaped lanterns, creating a breathtaking scene. We recommend visiting major temples like Jogyeongsa in Seoul, Bulguksa in Jeongju, or Tongdosa in Yangsan, etc. The lotus-shaped lantern parade is especially popular with international travelers each year. Since the day is filled with calm and peaceful energy, it's the perfect time to enjoy a healing and relaxing trip. In South Korea, May 5th is a public holiday dedicated to children. On this day, theme parks, zoos, and museums are packed with families. It's considered a peak season for amusement parks, and is seen as a family-centered day when parents spend quality time with their kids. Children's Day is one of the busiest travel days in Korea, but it also offers a unique chance to experience Korean family culture up close. Places like Everland, Lotte World, and Seoul Grand Park are especially popular. This is a day to honor those who sacrificed their lives for the nation. Every year on June 6th at 10 a.m., sirens sound across the country, and people observe 1 minute of silent tribute. Seeing people stop on the streets, bowing their heads, even halting their cars, is often deeply moving for foreign visitors. Recommended places to visit include the official memorial ceremony at the Seoul National Cemetery, as well as the War Memorial of Korea and the Independence Hall of Korea, sites that preserve the memories of Korea's modern history. On August 15, 1945, Korea was liberated from Japanese colonial rule. This national holiday was established to commemorate that historic day. It holds deep significance across the country. Korean national flags are displayed everywhere, and commemorative events are held to reflect on the history of the independence movement. National Liberation Day is a powerful symbol of Korean pride and identity. If you're traveling in Korea during this time, visiting places like Seoul Plaza, Gyeongbokgung Palace, or the Seodaemun Prison History Hall can help you truly connect with the depth of that history. Chuseok is Korea's most abundant and meaningful holiday, celebrated right in the heart of autumn. It's a time to share the fruits of the harvest and express gratitude to ancestors. And along with Seollal, Lunar New Year, it's considered one of the 2 major holidays in Korea. Like Seollal, Chuseok offers a 3-day break: the day before, the day of, and the day after. Don't forget that since it falls on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, the solar calendar date changes every year. For example, in 2025, Chuseok falls on October 6th. Traditionally, families make and eat songpyeon, half-moon-shaped rice cakes. They gather to perform ancestral rites called chare, followed by visits to family gravesites, known as songweo. As with Seollal, massive traffic jams are unavoidable during the Chuseok holiday. Highways, trains, and airports are packed, and many restaurants, shops, and museums may be closed for a few days. However, these holidays also offer many hands-on cultural experiences that are especially exciting for foreign visitors. With a bit of planning, your trip could become truly memorable. Special events and performances are often held at major sites, Namsangul Hanok Village and the National Folk Museum of Korea in Seoul. Gaecheonjol, which means the day the sky opened, is a national holiday that commemorates the founding of the Korean nation. According to legend, it marks the day in 2333 BC when Dangun Wenjeom, the ancestral founder of the Korean people, established Gojoshin, the first kingdom in Korean history. While the story blends mythology with historical elements, for Koreans, this day is a powerful symbol of national identity and pride. On this day, in addition to raising the national flag, various traditional ceremonies, Korean music performances, etc., are held across the country. At Chamseongdan Altar, on Manisan Mountain in Gangwon-do, a historic site associated with Dangun, a meaningful commemorative ritual is also held. Hangul Day commemorates the creation and proclamation of the Korean alphabet by King Sejong in 1446. Exhibitions and cultural programs are held at venues like the Sejong Center, the National Hangul Museum, and Gwanghwamun Square. It's an excellent opportunity for language enthusiasts to delve into Korea's linguistic heritage. Although Buddhism and traditional folk beliefs are more prominent in Korea, Christmas is an official public holiday. Unlike in many Western countries, Christmas in Korea is less family-oriented and more commonly celebrated with romantic partners or friends. Christmas carols fill the streets, and cafes and restaurants are decorated with a festive year-end atmosphere. In major areas like Myeongdong, Gangnam, and Itaewon, you can enjoy bright holiday lights and Christmas markets. Department stores and shopping malls often host special holiday events as well. As previously mentioned, South Korea has around 16 official public holidays. However, not all of them result in actual days off, because some holidays fall on weekends. This is where the substitute holiday system comes in. When a designated public holiday coincides with a Sunday or overlaps with another holiday, the following weekday is designated as a day off instead. In other words, it's a system designed to compensate for missed holidays. This system was first introduced in 2013 on a trial basis for Seollal, Lunar New Year, Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving, and Children's Day. Since 2021, it has been gradually expanded, and as of 2025, it applies to the following holidays: Seollal, Chuseok, Children's Day, Independence Movement Day, Liberation Day, Hangul Day, National Foundation Day, Buddha's birthday, and Christmas. In the past, if a holiday fell on a weekend, there was no replacement, and people simply missed the day off. As public demand for guaranteed rest days grew, the government introduced this system to address the issue. The substitute holiday system has been especially welcomed by dual-income families, working parents, and office workers, for whom every day off is highly valued, and wraps up the major overview of public holidays in South Korea. But remember, Korean holidays are not just days off. They carry deep cultural meaning, a profound respect for family and ancestors, a remembrance of national history, and a strong commitment to preserving tradition. If you're planning a trip to Korea, you can certainly choose to avoid these holidays. But if you plan your visit around them, you might just experience a deeper, more meaningful side of Korea. Before we end, here are some quick tips to help you decide whether to avoid or embrace Korea's public holidays. If you want to avoid the holiday crowds, try to schedule your arrival and departure on weekdays. Then you'll get cheaper flights and avoid packed airports. Keep in mind, Seollal, Lunar New Year, Chuseok, and Children's Day are peak travel seasons, so it's very difficult to get express bus or KTX tickets during these times. If you want to enjoy the holidays, book early. Hotels, restaurants, and tourist attractions can fill up quickly. Make reservations at least 2 to 3 weeks in advance. But many palaces host traditional games and royal performances during major holidays. Plus, in spots like Seoul Plaza, Chingcheon Stream, Insadong, or Gyeongbokgung Palace, you can feel Korea's living culture come to life. If you enjoyed this information but still feel curious, let me know in the comments. And I'll upload a new video so you can explore South Korea's holidays in more depth. See you in the next video.